Could we see the first American player captain at the Ryder Cup in more than 60 years? All signs point to Keegan Bradley naming himself to both roles, but not everyone is on board. Former captain Tom Watson has issued a strong warning: you can't be both. Let's break down the controversy, what it means for Team USA, and why this decision could make or break the Ryder Cup. Keegan Bradley, fresh off 2 PGA Tour victories in the past 2 years, is preparing to announce his Ryder Cup picks. But reports suggest he'll do something no American has done since Arnold Palmer in 1963, name himself player and captain. Some love the idea, including President Donald Trump, who's expected to attend the Ryder Cup on Long Island next month. Others, like Tom Watson, are sounding alarms. He's easily among the top 12 American golfers, and his fiery personality has long been considered Ryder Cup ready. By stepping in as a player captain, Bradley could inject passion and leadership directly inside the ropes. That's part of the appeal, but it also raises big questions about focus and responsibility. Let's look at why some former captains are warning against it. Modern teams have assistant captains, analytics, and more on-the-ground support, but the captain's role remains uniquely demanding. Next, the warning from a man who's been there. Tom Watson has been blunt. You can't be both. He points to the captain's workload as a key reason. Up next, Watson's warning, and a look at the decisions that make or break Ryder Cups. Watson told The Times, "You can't be both. Why? The captain's job is all-consuming. For example, captains must submit afternoon pairings by 11 a.m., sometimes while morning matches are still underway. That timing forces split-second judgment calls with momentum on the line." In Watson's own words, "In 1993, Paul Azinger was blown out in his first match. I had to bench him to let him recover. If I'd been playing myself, that decision would have been a massive distraction." Watson's point is clear: you can't focus on winning your own match and manage the entire team at the same time. The captain needs a 360-degree view, free from his own match pressure. But let's be fair, Keegan Bradley is no fringe player. He's easily among the top 12 American golfers, and his fiery personality has long been considered Ryder Cup ready. By stepping in as a player captain, Bradley could inject passion and leadership directly inside the ropes. Supporters argue that modern communication, assistant captains, and analytics teams could ease the load. That makes a dual role more possible today than in Watson's era, proponents say. But possibility is not certainty, and critics remain loud. Next, the historical context and the risks that could define Bradley's legacy. But history isn't on Bradley's side. The last American player captain was Arnold Palmer in 1963. Since then, the Ryder Cup has only grown more intense, strategic, and pressure-filled. Watson himself knows the scrutiny. His 2014 captaincy ended in controversy, with players accusing him of being out of touch with the modern tour. Critics fear Bradley could stretch himself too thin, losing effectiveness as both player and leader. A poor Ryder Cup showing would leave his legacy tarnished. Supporters will call it bold, detractors will call it reckless. We won't have to wait long to find out. Bradley will announce his Ryder Cup team live on Golf Channel and YouTube, Wednesday at 11 a.m. ET. If he names himself, he'll officially break 6 decades of tradition, and put himself under the brightest spotlight in golf. So what do you think? Should Keegan Bradley be both player and captain, or is Tom Watson right? It's just too much for one person to handle. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, so you don't miss our full Ryder Cup coverage leading into next month's showdown on Long Island. Thanks for watching.